Welcome to slavery.
No thanks. I already had a wife.
Over, man. Game over. The cars don't work on water.
This is Video Store Clerks. Welcome to the store.
Hot damn. Good evening, folks. It is Tuesday, 10 p.m. We are your Video Store Clerks. Dave is now Nick Cage. I am Chad Mang.
Chug Nasty.
I'm Mike.
And like I said, we are your Video Store Clerks. This is the podcast.
And it's 2026. Kicking off that new year.
Rumor has it I'll be fucking up the date for the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
It's not official until you write it.
Yeah, and I wrote it a lot last week. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Anyway, tonight we'll be talking about the 1996 classic From Dusk Till Dawn.
Oof.
And as we usually do, we'll go over some news before we get into the main event. Then at the end, we'll throw a clip of the week in there, let you know what we're doing the following week, run some ads, and get the flock out of here. So without further ado, gentlemen, let's see what we got cracking in the news.
New Year news.
First.
Our first big hits on the show.
Best pizza in do. Big tits.
The ratings. Big tits on the show.
Right.
I like it. Big old titties. Now, first up on the news, we have the top 10 Billboard films this week. And honestly, they have not changed anything from last week except for the damn amounts. So we got number 10, Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Did 2.6 mil this week, bringing it up to 125 mil for the last 5 weeks.
Go ahead. Just rapid fire. If it's the same shit, boom, rapid fire.
Dig it. Wicked for Good did 3.2 this week, doing 340 mil the last 7.
Go away.
Song Sung Blue did 5.8 this week, doing 25 mil the last 2 weeks. Number 7 is David. In here. It's 7.6 mil this week, doing 69.8 mil the last 3. Number 6, SpongeBob, the SquarePants Search of, 80.3 mil this week, doing 57.7 mil the last 3 weeks. Number 5, still Anaconda, did 10 mil this week, doing 45.9 the last 2. Number 4, which actually doesn't look bad. I actually watched the trailer the other day. Looks kind of fun. Did 12.6 mil this week, doing 56 mil the last 3 weeks.
What?
Marty Supreme.
Oh,
You didn't say the title.
yeah.
Oh, didn't I? Well, I thought about it. I read it. I promise.
There's nothing about that movie I give a fuck about.
Well, maybe you're not. Maybe you need to start playing some ping pong. All right.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
I watched Forrest Gump. He did that shit for like the last 30 minutes or whatever.
Or maybe they need to pick out, I don't know, movies that, I don't know, that just have better story plots. I don't know. Ping pong. I don't know. The trailer makes it look like I know it's like based off some true shit or whatever. Like I can't tell, is it a ping pong movie or is it a gangster movie? Like what the fuck is it?
It's like Bobby Fischer, but ping pong.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Yes.
The chess player.
I don't know who that is. I don't play chess.
That's okay.
Number 3, The Housemaid. Did 15.1 mil this week, doing 75.9 the last 3 weeks.
I actually heard it wasn't horrible.
Huh?
I actually heard it wasn't that bad. The trailer makes it look like something totally different, apparently.
I might watch some of these whenever they come out for free on the streaming platforms that I pay for all over the fucking place.
Oh yeah, true that.
Number 2, Zootopia 2 did 19.3 mil, doing 364 mil the last 6 weeks, taking over for Wicked being the highest one in the top 10. Number 1, Avatar Fire and Ash did 41.4 mil this week, doing $308 million the last 3 weeks. So it might hit 400 very, very easily.
I still don't know anybody that's seen it.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody that wants to see it.
No one. No one's seeing it. AI is just making us believe people are watching it. That's what it
They're
is.
just fucking putting money into this account.
That's what it was. Cramering.
Kramer.
He hired some bots to go in and watch the film, buy tickets. He's
Oh, yeah.
juicing the numbers.
So a bunch of Terminators sitting in there watching.
Right. He
Avatar.
probably has
Ba-bum.
more than enough. We did have some deaths this week.
Did we?
Losing John Mulrooney, who passed away, comedian, at the age of 67. We have Jane Turek. He passed away this week. It turned 62. Mrs. Mann from the Scary Movie films.
Oh,
How the fuck you pronounce that last name? I have no idea.
That was a very offensive way of trying to guess how to make. Like,
It's tricky.
But it is. It looks like it's missing. It looks like it's missing a couple letters. That is true.
Yeah, like some vowels.
Yeah. Didn't buy them, I guess, at birth. Anyway.
Oh, man. And then we also have the sad loss of Tommy Lee Jones' daughter, Victoria, who was, I guess, murdered by the age of 34.
Murdered? Is that confirmed?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's looking like that.
We'll see.
Not confirmed yet.
I thought everybody kept saying overdose.
I don't know. Everybody else was
Hang on.
being murdered, so I just figured it played suit.
That was the first time I've even heard murder. So I don't know where you're getting your info, pal.
Murder?
I'm just guessing because we're like weathermen. We get paid to be wrong all the time, but we don't get paid.
Good point.
Yeah, fuck it.
Well, she's dead.
Moral of the story is
Sad.
I feel bad for Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, man.
No parent should ever have to bury their kid.
Not cool.
And some birthdays for this week.
Hey.
Yesterday was Bradley Cooper's birthday, turning 51. Not too shabby. Today's birthdays, we have Rowan Atkinson turning 71.
Bane.
Mr. Bane. And then Mr. Norman Reedus turning 56. I didn't think he was that old. I thought he was more around our age. Oh, overdose. Mama Nasty says overdose.
Hey, Mom.
That's what I heard as well.
That's what I was figuring. Yeah.
And then tomorrow we have 2 birthdays since we're not going to be here. We got Jeremy Renner, who's turning 45. And the guest of the night, Mr. Nick Cage.
Hey!
Turns 62 tomorrow.
Wow.
Crazy.
Are you going to his birthday party?
Man, we're going to have a wild time. We're going to take a time machine back in the 80s, so I might not come back. I'll be hanging out with him and Charlie Sheen in the late 80s, early 90s, and that's probably a crazy time. I watched the documentary.
I don't know if I want to go back in time and hang out with Charlie Sheen and Nick Cage in the 80s. I don't think I'd make it back. I mean, let's just be frank about it. I don't think I'd make it back.
Come back with some tiger blood.
I don't want. That's what Charlie Sheen has, and apparently he's got things in his blood I don't want. So he can keep all the tiger's blood that he has.
I think the tiger's blood came a little bit later. I don't know.
It's all ball bearings now.
Sure.
So we got a bunch of crazy news that's pretty sad for the most part, unfortunately. Shit. So Evangeline Lilly, who was in The Wasp and Ant-Man, she was like Paul Rudd's other half or whatever.
She was Kate and Lost.
Yeah. Michael Douglas, I don't know. Chuck has no idea, I don't think. Have you seen Ant-Man?
Nah. I watch good movies.
All right. Well, she's in that. And then January 2nd, she passed out and smashed her head on a boulder. And it's confirmed that she has brain damage and will be taking time off to heal and get better, hopefully. It's going to be a long road ahead of her.
Yeah.
That's fucking sad. I know who you're talking about, though. That's fucking sad, man.
Right? And then Mr. Mickey Rourke is doing a crowdfundme for.
He says he's not.
That's fake news.
Yeah. That was fake?
Yeah.
Yep. Somebody hustled. They hustled it.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like, but
he said he'd rather stick a shotgun up his ass than do that. His words.
Was that like the actual photo from him though? Like he looked like shit in that photo.
Yeah, that was a real photo. It's just that somebody probably took that opportunity to start a GoFundMe, impersonating him, trying to get that money. So
I mean, he looks like shit. Yeah,
assholes.
But yeah.
I don't know what health condition he has going on or anything like that. But I mean,
is plastic surgery a condition?
Well, that's not all that. But I mean,
I'm sorry.
It's one of those things. He's what they said something about him, possibly getting evicted owing $60,000 or something like that.
Yeah,
dude could easily do a Comic-Con over the weekend and make that. So
right,
is that part? But see, like, is that part real though? I don't.
What part?
Like
that him owing money?
Yeah. That part is real.
The part of him owing money and the part of him not looking good is real. The GoFundMe is
the GoFundMe shit's fake.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, I hate this fucking world.
Hey man, that's why I don't believe anything I see on the internet anymore, especially since AI took over.
Well, like I've said 1,000 times, that's exactly what they want.
That's the good thing about the Video Store Clerks podcast. This we're not AI, folks. I know we look at, but
all practical effects here. All practical effects here.
So yeah, enjoy. So
anyway, all of a sudden Mike's face turns into like spaghetti and like starts pulling his face off.
You can't believe everything. You sure cannot.
It's true.
Bunch of bush league. The Duffer Boys are talking about doing a spinoff of Stranger Things for Netflix.
The Duffer Boys?
The Duffer Boys. The boys.
The boys.
The boys.
Of course, they're going to do a spinoff. And they're going to do a bunch of other shit. And like 5-10 years from now, they're going to come back and reboot Stranger Things and cash in then. That's how it works.
Yeah.
That's how it works. The vicious cycle with a bunch of green paper.
And it would be just another show that I'll be so behind on. I think the last season of Stranger Things that I've watched all the way through was the first one. Like, I liked it. It was all right, but it just...
Yeah, I'm not sure if I finished season 4, but I definitely haven't even watched this past season.
I will probably... It's one of those shows I figure in like 10 years I'll watch just because everybody will shut the fuck up about it then. And I won't have to hear about it. Because like it's been ruined for me for many years now.
It was one of those ones. I went and saw it in the theater, the finale, and it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great either. It's just one of those, for me anyway. Some people loved it or whatever. But I give props to the series. I think they did a good job. I love the whole series, all 5 seasons, all the references, the 80 nostalgia, all that stuff. They did a great job on everything visually and everything. Looks magnificent. So I'll give props to the series. I mean, 9 years, that's a long time to run, and it was very popular. And it's just one of those ones that
the every other year thing was kind of strung out.
It's just so weird that it's been that long, like since it's been out. Like that really fucks with me because I didn't think about it until it was some interview I watched with the cast the other day, and I was like, Jesus Christ. Like that.
They were all kids whenever they started this shit. Now they're fucking married and shit.
They're all grown up.
Yeah. Doesn't 11, doesn't she have a kid now and shit?
Yeah.
It's so weird.
I think they adopted. I think they adopted that kid.
Ah, okay. I mean, either way.
I think we talked about that a couple weeks ago.
I don't remember.
I don't
Millie Bobby Brown.
What a name.
I like the middle and the last name.
Bobby
it's her
Brown.
prerogative.
Right.
Anyway, I know we talked before about the new Bond series coming out, and Caleb Turner will officially be Bond. He had played Alistair on the Victor Frankenstein movie and a couple other shits. So everybody knows the cat's out the bag. No more secrets.
Bond. James Bond.
Yeah. And then
no Idris Elba, no female Jane Bond or whatever the fuck they wanted to do.
some Jane Bond with
Are
Jane.
they really
Lynch.
going to do that?
It's one of those things they kicked around. It's like, oh, we're gonna switch it up on you. And
Well, I'm hope they kicked a field goal and knocked that.
It'd be like Kiki Palmer or something.
There's no reason for a female James Bond. There just really isn't.
It's coming, I guarantee it.
Jesus Christ.
And then look for possibly some new Star Wars shit coming out that doesn't totally suck, because Kathleen Kennedy is stepping down from Lucasfilms next month, and then Dave Filoni and Lin-Win Brennan will be the co-presidents.
Easy for you to say.
Filoni is the head of the Star Wars franchise.
Lola Filani?
Dave.
Oh.
Dave. Some Dark Tower news, Chuck. Mike Flanagan is going to be doing The Life of Chuck along with Carrie.
I still haven't seen The Life of Chuck.
And then he's supposed to be doing a bunch of Stephen King shit, apparently, because he's big on the King.
Wait, they just did A Life of Chuck. Is he doing another one?
He's the one that did it. He's doing another one.
What?
He's pretty much doing the whole Dark Tower shit in series form.
Whole thing.
Okay. I was gonna say because Carrie and whatchamacallit have nothing to do with that, but okay. Well, I mean, I'm sure in some way.
He's the one that's doing the Carrie series that we talked about last week or the week before, whatever.
Oh, pointless. Okay.
So
There's so many other. I mean, I look at all the fucking books that Stephen King has written, like, and there's so many that they could turn into something really cool, and they just keep regurgitating the same old fucking story 1,000 times. I don't know, just do something different.
Remake of The Mist in the work. No, I'm just playing.
Oh God. Honestly, I gotta say, The Mist is not one of my favorite movies, but it's probably one of the most like emotional endings.
The ending in the movie is fucking crazy.
It's so fucked, yeah. But it's a good ending because it leaves you kind of going, "What the fuck?"
Mm-hmm.
It didn't do that. They did. Oh no,
they did.
Everybody's saved.
The best thing to learn from that movie is patience.
Right.
Just wait 5 minutes. Everything will be fine.
Sometimes.
And that, gentlemen, is the news.
Fantastic.
Excellent.
Yeah. It's fucking terrible week. Terrible week. So now to the main event. The 1996 film From Dusk Till Dawn, which 30th anniversary will be January 19th.
Yep.
So just here in a couple weeks. Came out in January 17th at the Cinerama Dome, and then it got released in the U.S. on the 19th. Not
30 years.
30 fucking years. We're some old fucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Story by Robert Kurtzman, screenplay by Tarantino, and then directed by Robert Rodriguez. Originally was going to be taking place, instead of them doing Tales from the Crypt presents Bordello of Blood, it was supposed to be Tales from the Crypt presents From Dusk Till Dawn.
Did not know that, I don't think.
Because Kurtzman was working for Tales from the Crypt at the time.
Yep. Old Bobby Kurtzman, Can-Be Studios. Shout out.
Oh, yeah. And that's why they wanted to film this, because they wanted to showcase their talents as effects artists and just make up wizards.
Yeah, because I mean, and obviously you got Tom Savini in this film. So and one of his buddies, if you watch, is Greg Nicotero in the film. So
correct.
A lot of special effects guys getting their day in the sun, and that's pretty cool because these guys are legends of the business.
Fuck yeah, they've been around since '88, doing work before that. I think what was their first one? Whatever. I lost it. I had it, but I lost it.
Tons. Like we had Nicotero do a little promo for the show the one time. He was like, too many to list. He's
not lying. He's not exaggerating one bit. He's been involved in millions, probably, of just even if he just gave like somebody some advice on some random shit. So you got those three out the gate who are freaking, 90s legends with Tarantino and fucking Rodriguez. Like, they're king of the indie films. But they're the ones that brought the shit up. Like, they were killing it through the 90s. Like, I think they ended up doing this because Tarantino wrote it, I think, before Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
And then nobody wanted it because it was too much confusion with the because it. I mean, we watched the movie like it turns out one way and goes another way.
Yeah,
like that's why he didn't want to do it. And then fucking he did. Pulp Fiction came out, and then after that, everybody kept blowing his phone up, and he was like, "Haha,
I got this."
Yeah,
right. And it was interesting too because I was watching some interviews with Rodriguez, and he was saying like him and Tarantino met at the Toronto Film Festival whenever Dogs came out and El Mariachi came out, and then they ended up just bullshitting or whatever. And then Tarantino had Pulp Fiction coming out, or he was going to work on that while Rodriguez was working on Desperado. And then they worked together on 4 Rooms. And then so they went from like Fiction, Desperado, 4 Rooms to From Dusk Till Dawn, with all within like a 1.5 year period. I'm like, this is fucking impressive.
Oh my God, they were cranking it out. And this is almost a precursor to the Grindhouse stuff that they did. Because I mean, if you break down this film, it's almost like the first half is Tarantino and the last half is Rodriguez. You know, definitely you can definitely see the style. You know, with the first half being, you know, the Gecko brothers being bank robbers. You know, Tarantino loves robberies and
heist movies, man.
Heists, yeah.
I love heist movies too. Yeah,
yeah. So you know that back then that was always something that he was writing about, and you can see all the little pieces. You know, it's almost like a fucking thing. I don't know. Concoction. Concoction.
Welcome to the titty twister.
TikTok.
Love the titty twister. But no, it's like a concoction of all these different things, because you see like there's even the dialogue, you know, whenever Clooney is talking there in the gas station, he's like, "Be cool," you know, that stuff that we saw in Pulp Fiction with, you know, Jules, Sam Jackson's character. Whenever he says, "All right, ramblers, let's get rambling," that's line from Reservoir Dogs. You know, there's all kinds of different things that, you know, they almost took from these old scripts and screenplays that Tarantino made. And you can even like see, you know, even at the end, you know, it almost feels like Seth and Kate are going to leave and then go off together. But obviously they don't. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
But even Rodriguez said the Ezekiel speech that Sam Jackson had in Pulp Fiction, he pulled from this movie because it was just sitting on the show.
Yeah. So there's definitely
Rodriguez was like, "You better fucking leave some of that shit in the original script and quit taking everything."
And it's just all the little Easter eggs and shit like that. You know, like whenever George Clooney character comes in with the burgers, you know, that they went and got, those are Big Kahuna burgers. You know, all these different little things. I loved how they were always incorporating the different universes and stuff like that into the films back then. Now you don't see it as much. It's like little things, but it just felt like everything, you know, especially because we're talking about like bang year after year, they're putting out these great films. Now it's like there's such a big gap in between films and they're not really in the same universes and stuff like that. So it doesn't have that pizzazz, or, you know, it just doesn't have that same feel to it as it did in the early 90s.
Yeah.
Right.
But still good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, fucking film starring George Clooney, which is his first bang out role besides being on ER and playing a little bitty ditty on Roseanne or whatever. And doing some little like one scene shots in some earlier B movies.
Like, man, like as a kid, I watched ER. Actually, me and my mom used to watch ER. And when he came out with this movie, I was like, "What the hell is this shit?" And then I saw it, and I was like, "Wow, he's a badass." In my opinion, this is his best role.
Well, they said like Tarantino asked Travolta to do it whenever they were doing Pulp Fiction. And he was like, "I'm not doing vampire movies." So then he was trying to get Madsen to do it, and he was doing something else. And then I think they said they talked to like Johnny Depp and a couple other guys, like Christopher Walken, because they wanted him to play Seth instead. And then Tarantino was doing like the last 3 episodes of ER, and that's how he met George. And then he was like, "Hey, you should be in this fucking movie." And he's like, "All right."
John Travolta didn't want to be in a vampire movie, but he did Hairspray years later. Shut the fuck up, you weirdo.
Oh, here's the thing. You know, whenever I hear that, I'm sitting there thinking like, okay, he got his comeback from Pulp Fiction. You know, if I was Travolta and Tarantino brought me in on Pulp Fiction, revive my career, I'd be like, look, man, whatever you need me for, I'm in, you know. But
True.
I guess
I mean, it worked
cool.
out for the best.
I guess you know, some people like they have that downfall and then they have the comeback, and it's like, okay, I don't want to have that downfall again, so I'm not going to start doing these like B type films or whatever. Like, I don't want to go down that road. I'm looking for the next blockbuster, and I don't feel like your little horror movie is going to be a blockbuster, guys.
Right.
One of the greatest vampire movies ever made.
That's what I wanted to say too. Like, I remember, I don't remember seeing this until later in high school, probably like 97, somewhere in there. But I remember there's not a whole lot of vampire movies. I mean, there were decent ones back then because we didn't find all the garbage, but it's definitely one of my top 5 of vampire films. What about you guys?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. They're
Probably top 3.
it's in my top 5, definitely.
I would have to think about it, but it's up there.
Yeah, and like I said too, like just going in, if you watch the trailer, like you barely see, like I think you see like 2 glimpses of like a vampire thing. Like, the whole thing looks like it's just about two robbers that are on the road with this family trying to get into Mexico.
Yeah.
But then once they get to Mexico, which is funny because I looked whenever they get to the border, and it's literally 37 minutes into the film. I was like, that's fucking great.
Coincidence?
But yeah, like, I mean, you just think it's about them trying to escape all the fucking feds and everything in the States to go to Mexico. Then they get to Mexico, and then you're like, all right, so they're going to wait it out in this bar or whatever, waiting for this.
We did it, you little piece of shit.
Yeah. You're like, you're just going to fucking wait for Carlos to show up in the morning, and then shit just fucking takes a turn. And then you're just like, wait a minute. What the fuck did I get myself into?
I had completely forgotten that John Hawkes was in this. Whenever it opens up with the gas station and he's Pete, the guy that's working behind the counter or whatever, I was like, oh shit, there's Johnny Hawkes. But yeah, that was cool. You know, it's nice going back and watching these films and seeing the familiar faces. And it's like, oh yeah, hell yeah. And it's like, you know, there's
Michael Park starting off in the roles as a sheriff.
Dude, legend. Like, that's one of the actors that people I feel like don't know enough about. You don't hear, you know, guys like us who are film buffs and stuff like that, obviously. But the mainstream audience, you know, you say Michael Parks and like, who Michael Parks? I don't know that name. You should know that name because he's a fucking great actor. Go back, you know, in this whole Tarantino universe, you know, he's always playing, you know, multiple times he plays this character of Texas Ranger Earl McGraw. And not only that, like various other characters and just his resume goes on and on. R.I.P. Michael Parks. But, you know, it was fun getting to see him briefly in the beginning.
That dialogue, man.
I love him in Red State and in Tusk, man.
Mm-hmm.
Mr.
So
Tusk.
fucking good.
Oh yeah,
so fucking good. Like, there's so many people in this movie though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got Clooney, you got Tarantino, then they fucking bring in their buddy Harvey Keitel.
You got Cheech Marin,
Preacher Jacob. Yeah, you got Cheech, fucking Selma Hayek, Juliette Lewis, Savini, Fred Williamson. Fucking, it's all over the place.
Cheech Marin doing triple duty in this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then even Kelly Preston's in the shit, fucking doing the little reporter bit on TV.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and very briefly, Mr. John Saxon.
Yeah, very briefly. You blink, you miss him.
Yep.
That's kind of how Nicotero is in his little scene too.
Mm-hmm.
You only see him in like that one little side snippet of Savini.
Yeah.
Because he's not there in the other fucking shot.
Yeah.
Continuity errors, but whatever. Fuck it.
Doesn't he get freaked out and run off or something, like at a table or something?
Yeah, he's sitting there right beside Tom in the one scene.
Yeah.
And then you got our buddy Tito de Oliveira, fucking Tito and the Tarantulas, pretty much doing the whole fucking score for this movie.
I really wish that they would have had John Saxon do a little bit more, because when you see him as like the I think he's like the FBI guy or whatever. I almost wanted to see him kind of like in a, like how William Forsythe was in Devil's Rejects, as I'm hunting down the Gecko brothers.
Yeah.
And we just, all we got is that little news report, and that's it. And I'm like, oh man, I feel like there could have been more substance there if you would have had John Saxon really trying to hunt these guys down, you know?
True that, yeah. What was it, John Saxon?
Yeah. Enter the Dragon, baby.
Oh yeah.
Another legend. So, I mean, there's so many good faces in this film that you're just like, I know that person from this, I know that person from that, blah, blah, blah. Like, there's just so many.
Selma
Yeah.
Hayek, Juliette Lewis, fucking Danny Trejo.
Yeah. Can't forget my boy Danny. Hold on. Old
Fucking,
T-Hill Trejo.
Who's the man? The Vietnam vet dude, the big cigar
Fred
smoking.
Williamson.
Yeah, he was. Who was he back in the day? He was in a bunch
He's
of
in all
movies.
kinds of shit.
Yeah.
He's in fuck. What was that shit with him? And
A lot of titles that we can't say.
Well, yeah.
A lot. He played Charlie in a lot of blaxploitation films.
He was boss, wasn't he?
Yep, he was the boss. Yeah, just from that era, definitely right up Tarantino's alley because he loves the blaxploitation films.
What was that fucking movie he did with Jim Brown in them? Fuck. That was probably the biggest one. It was kind of like the serious version. I'm gonna get you, sucker. The fuck was that? I don't remember. It does have everyone in it. This movie's fucking great.
Used to play for the Raiders and the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was I forgot he was a football player. I can't think of the movie that you're I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of the
Original
name.
Gangsters? Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Me either. Anyway, fuck it.
Anyway.
But yeah, like I said, like the beginning of this movie, like this like even the opening, you know what you're getting into. Because like Mike said, you like fucking dudes at the counter, the cops in there just bullshitting, and then they're pretty much holding up the place with 2 hostages in the back. And then they fucking get into the gunfight because Tarantino's crazy.
Yeah.
And he just wants to kill everybody. And then they fucking blow that, like the way they like burn the place down with the fucking toilet paper and just shooting all the bottles of alcohol and shit. That shit was pretty dope.
Well, I mean that's when you first get like the idea that that Tarantino is completely like chaotic, like he just his mind just thrives on chaos, and because if it wasn't for him, none of that shit would have happened. Him telling him like he was telling Seth, I saw him mouth the words help me, and he's like, man, I didn't say fucking help me, blah, 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 blah. And that whole thing, and like and George Clooney being the badass that he is in that movie, like he's like, you got about 2 minutes to, or what does he say to him? Like when he's like they're all firing back and forth, and he's like you got about 2 minutes to this whole place, whatever he says to him.
It doesn't matter if you said it or not. You got about 2 seconds to live.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you already fucked up, and it's like I don't know, but you see more of that as it goes on, obviously.
Yeah, just fucking chaos. He deals with it, and fucking Richie fucking creates it.
No,
Yeah.
And it's like it's one of those things where you don't know what the deal is with Richie until a little bit later on. But like starting out, it's like, okay, he thinks he saw this guy, signal the ranger or whatever, and it's like, ultimately he doesn't. But then it's like, why is Richie lying about this? Is he like some kind of habitual liar or what's his deal? And as we go further along, you see that he's kind of, I don't know if he's schizophrenic or he has some kind of issues, some mental issues to where he like sees things, especially once they get to the hotel and you have Juliette Lewis who's standing there. She's like, oh, hey, Richie, do you think you could eat my pussy or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Sure.
I mean, like, even when they have the hostage in the trunk, well, actually going back to like when they're leaving the
gas station,
the liquor store, and it's blowing. I love that scene when it's just blowing up behind them, and they're both like
low
Seth's
profile,
like griping at him, and it's like
bullshit.
Yeah, well, because like even then, because like like you pick up on the fact that like Seth loves his brother, but he also knows that his brother's a fuck up.
Sure.
And and you see him get really tired, which we'll get. There's that one scene at the end of it, which we'll get to in a little while, that kind of says it all. You know what I mean? But yeah, they got really good chemistry. Those two in this movie.
I love anything Tarantino. Yeah, me too.
Just about. Yeah.
I wish those guys would team back up and do some more shit.
Right, because I mean, I know like that interview I was watching with Rodriguez. He said that Tarantino was reading him the script for Kill Bill before they did 4 Rooms. I was like, fuck. Like,
That's
how
crazy.
long ago did he write all these movies?
Yeah.
Fucking just over a weekend, he fucking banged out his whole fucking resume.
Although the one thing I did not like was in that opening scene. Okay, they leave the gas station, liquor store blows up, and they're leaving. They're driving in the car. That's a cool thing. Whenever they're in the car and like Richie's holding up his hand and he's got a hole in it, and then he just duct tapes it. You know, I love how it sets up the Gecko brothers, because in that scene at the liquor store, you see George Clooney's character kind of be a badass who, you know, he like kicks the thing, he grabs the fucking the lighter fluid and lights it. You know, he's a badass. And then once you get in the car, you know, Richie is like duct taping his hole in his hand, and he chugs like the jack or whatever, and then spits on it. You know, it's very Tarantino, like, you know, where these guys are acting like badasses. But the one shot is like, as it pans back, it like you see through the trunk, and you see the hostage in the trunk. I was, for some reason, I just never liked that. I thought it was kind of cheesy. Especially because like a scene or two later, you get that shot, which is a Tarantino shot of the trunk opening, and then you finally see that she's there anyway. I mean, you heard over the news that they took a bank teller as hostage. So I just never felt like them doing that like X-ray shot into the trunk really served any greater purpose. You know,
it really wasn't necessary.
Well, I always thought it was kind of cool, just the simple fact that like it just kind of shows like, okay, they still have this, they still have a hostage. But at the same point though, like I kind of see what you're saying. Like they could have taken that part out, and not even really like, there's a couple parts of this movie they actually probably could have taken out and wouldn't matter. But you know, that yeah, I can kind of see that, I guess, now thinking about it. I always thought it was kind of cool though. But
you know me, I like to nitpick a little bit because I'm a perfectionist.
Yeah, we know
I'm a perfectionist, man, and there's definitely some tweaks that I would do to make this even better. But you know, I'm definitely no hate towards it or anything like that. It's just like little things that I'm just like, I didn't like as much.
Right. Yeah, but once they get to the fucking hotel, that's just funny too. And Richie's like, "They got a waterbed? No. They got pay channels? No." He's just like, "What the fuck, Seth?"
Got the X-rated.
Yeah.
And they fucking sneak chick into the room. And then he goes out and gets the burgers, and then you find out how fucked up Richie really is.
Yeah.
Where he's like, "Well, where's she at? Where's the hostage?" He's like, "She's in there." And he's like, What the fuck? Like, is this what you think I am?
Yeah. No, that whole scene's actually really cool. Like, again, going back with you know, Seth recognizing that, hey, you're a fuck up, and I'm having to go back and deal with this shit. This is on me every time you do it. That's also like where the movie takes like a really dark turn, really like pretty quick. And you're like, oh, yeah, okay, you know, yeah.
Well, I mean, they
don't show it. They just show a glimpse. They just show like a flash, just enough for you to go, oh, that's brutal. You know,
yeah. It's that, you know, that sibling rivalry almost a little bit, where, you know, Seth, George Clooney's character, you know, he's a career criminal, and his brother kind of wants to follow in his footsteps, but you know, he's going beyond that. Like Seth says, he's like I'm not killing people, I'm not raping people or anything like that. He's like, I'm a fucking thief. You know, this is what I do. And it's like he has a code, and he even explains to the bank teller lady, like, look, you know, if you do what I say, I give you my word you're going to live.
Right.
And, you know, he kind of takes it personally once Richie just kind of goes into business for himself and, you know, violates his word, essentially. It's like, look, man, you know, I'm trying to do things the right way here, and you keep fucking it up, brother. And it's like, it comes to a head once they're in the RV and everything like that. But, you know,
well, I think Richie just feels unappreciated, because he even like mentions, he's like, I broke you out of jail. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, was that fucking hilarious? Was that funny when I broke your ass out of jail? That whole scene, man, was we're jumping all over the place.
You can definitely tell Tarantino wrote this shit, because the dialogue in this fucking movie so fucking good. If anybody knows how to write dialogue, it's Tarantino.
Right. The conversations, like going back to the you know, the sheriff and the guy, the the beginning of it, having that conversation, even that quick little conversation there was like beautifully written, like and just so great, act like you believed it,
Right.
It's
even like the panic on his face whenever he has the fucking gun in his face, like spitting out all those lines, like Jesus Christ.
Well, yeah, because it's like the way it starts out, it just seems like, oh, the cop is coming in and it's a casual conversation, and then it's like, oh, wait, there's more to it.
A lot more.
Wait, there's more.
No, but whenever he walks in front of the, what is it, like the RV or whatever, the cartel Harvey Keitel's driving.
Harvey Cartel.
They are going to Mexico.
Yeah.
So anyway, he like just kind of like stopping. He's drinking his beer, and they're like, "What the fuck's this guy's problem?" And he's like, "I don't know." Like right then and there, like they should just think we should probably go to another hotel.
Well, I mean, Juliette Lewis is
sketchy as fuck.
Kate knew. She's like, "Why are we going here? This place is I can't remember, flop house." That's what she said.
Do they have a pool?
But like,
thinking about this hotel. Yeah.
All Harvey Keitel wanted to do was have a real bed to lay in for a little bit.
Which by the way, like when it comes to Harvey Keitel's character in this, I love this character. This is one of my favorite characters he's played because it's something different. Because Harvey Keitel is always a badass in some way, shape, or form. He's always a badass, and he's a badass in this too. But he is he's believable as the
preacher,
a preacher who's questioning his faith and his reality, and he's kind of going through some shit. Like you actually kind of believe him as his character, and it's just kind of like that's and then of course everything later on he shows how badass he actually is in it. But I just always like that because like he just never plays that role that's like actually like realistic.
See, I'm the opposite. I've felt like it was off because I'm so used to him playing these other roles. Him doing this different, it just felt weird to me. I'm like this is very out of character. And I think
that was the point.
Yeah, but I don't know.
You should be pimping out Jodie Foster like in Taxi Driver.
There you go.
That's horrible.
Hold my goddamn hand, man. Say the fucking words.
Like once, as we were talking about too, like Cheech Marin playing the three roles. Like once they fucking end up going to Mexico, and then before that though, that one like the dialogue in the fucking RV is fucking hilarious. Whenever they're talking, he's like, "What's in Mexico?" And he's like, "Mexicans."
Yeah.
Like, all right. But then like once they get to the thing, and then like you see Cheech come walking up, and the only reason why they did that with Cheech was because they said during the readings, like he was sitting in there, and then they just had him read these three parts. And then next thing you know, they were like, you know what? Fuck it. Like you're playing all three parts. He's like, do I get paid 3 times? And they're like, fuck it. So, I mean, the budget for the movie was 19 mil and I brought in 59.3 mil. So, I mean, they didn't do too bad, but like me and Dave always said, movies in January they don't do very well. Plus they were going up against Mr. Holland's Opus.
Man, you never know what you're going to get when you're going to get Mr. Holland's Opus.
It's a bad weekend.
You get Mr. Holland's anus.
You get Tarantino, Rodriguez, or Dreyfus.
Yeah.
I know where I would go, but I don't think to this day I've never seen Mr. Holland's Opus.
No, I don't give a fuck
or
about
any
that.
other cavity.
Which Dreyfus was in Jaws. And if you watch From Dusk Till Dawn 2, the dog that died was Jaws. And then the Jaws 2. That's a whole other chain of events.
I was wondering how long you were going to take that.
Nah, I'm stopped there.
Yeah. But the scene, since we're already kind of jumping up a little bit, because they use the whole like needing ice thing as a way of getting into the hotel room and get him in the RV and all that. And Seth's trying to be cool with Harvey Keitel, and Harvey Keitel is obviously just not having it. Like he tried to get him to just take him instead of his kids. Now he's drug his whole family into it. Seth's getting incredibly personal, and he's like, "I about got as personal as I want to get with you." And one scene that always like stuck with me is like when what's Harvey Keitel's name in it?
Jacob.
When he starts getting all whatever, he's like, I don't want to talk to you anymore, whatever. And he was talking about how he's like, you see how my brother was looking at your daughter, and he's like, yes. And he's like, you didn't like it or something. He's like, no, I didn't. Like me and my friend used to crack up with that all the time. But
Tarantino on his fucking feet.
Yeah, but But the scene right before they get to the border, though, where they're like, oh, like we gotta, we're at the border, we gotta hide, whatever. And Kate's in the bathroom, or is she in there when Seth and no? Is it Seth and Richie?
Seth and Richie are both in there.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I went when they're arguing, and that's right. Yeah. And he's just like, oh, was that crazy? I broke your ass out of jail, and blah 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 that stuff. And he just hits him, and then she goes, "Thank you." And he's like there's just so many moments, like Clooney's facial expressions to this too. Through certain scenes are perfect.
I have quite a few written down.
Yeah, like and it's great because then you get to Juliette Lewis is in there acting like she's in the bathroom, and Cheech Marin comes up and he's like going aboard, and he gets on through there and he opens the thing and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am," and she's like, "Shut the fucking door, please."
And he just gives a lingering look like
it's like, you dirty old man.
Creepy.
And she's got to be like 15 or 16, maybe 18 tops.
No, I think she's just under 21 because she's like, "Oh,
I didn't know they said her age.
I'm not 21 yet." But she seemed like she was about to be 21. That's the way I always took it. But
be right back, guys.
How old do you think Scott is? Probably like 15, 16, because he said something about driving, and he was like, "Oh,
I don't know, maybe." I could see him being like 17 or 18.
Yeah,
and it just wasn't, maybe Jacob just didn't want him driving the RV on his own.
He didn't have that Class C license.
No, true.
Love the line.
So many good lines in this.
There are. Even like you said, like the Ramblers, let's get rambling shit. Like that's a good one.
I'm pretty sure the majority of the best lines are from Clooney. They definitely loaded him up with some good stuff.
Yeah. And then it takes place in El Rey, which was later on. I mean, that's pretty much the basis of every fucking Rodriguez movie. Mm. But then he started the El Rey channel, which was nothing but like fucking old school, like horror movies or Mexican films. Yeah. She loves that line.
That's the line. Shut the fucking door, please.
Yes.
Every time somebody busts in on me when I'm taking a shit.
That's just funny, too, because he's like, she's agreeing with you. Clooney does have the best lines.
For sure. They stacked it. They knew they needed to make Clooney the star.
I mean, Tarantino's like, I'm going to have feet in my mouth, so I might as well give him some lines.
Well, I don't know. I don't know who probably... I mean, I know obviously Tarantino has a foot fetish, but I don't know if it was like something that he came up with for that scene or something that like Rodriguez was like, "Oh, I know he likes feet, so I'm going to write this in because he's going to be able to suck on fucking Salma Hayek's feet."
And I hate feet, but I'd probably take that job.
Yeah, I'm not going to turn that down.
Yeah, me either. No, but then I like when he's like, "You okay, buddy?" Because he's all in the back seat, like laid out. Fucking Richie is, and he's like,
knocked him out.
He's like, "What happened?" He's like, "I don't know, man. Like you were talking about your hand hurting, and then you just passed out and you hit your head on the toilet seat, and it scared the shit out of me."
You know what would have been great is after he's like, "Oh, you hit your head on the toilet," and he would have been like, "Yeah, man, I got this idea for
that would be great
flux capacitor." No. But no, yeah, like Richie can't remember anything that happened, and so like Seth's just giving him this like, "Oh yeah, you passed out, man," But I got some good news for you, buddy. We're officially Mexicans. We're in Mexico.
He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right." He's like, "I'm sorry about your glasses." He's like, "What the fuck?"
But I mean, before they're across the border, it's like that anxiety level of Richie just like gets to a boiling point because it's like he just keeps going on and on like this is a bad idea, I don't like this, whatever, and he just keeps going on. It's like, shut the fuck up, man. Like we're trying to play this cool, we're trying to get across the border, and he just keeps going on, and he's like getting louder and everything like that. So it's like he was definitely gonna screw it up. And Richie is the type of character where he's like, he doesn't care. It's like, okay,
we all know that guy.
Let the border patrol come on here. I'm going to shoot him up.
He's like the stubborn drunk guy that won't listen.
Yeah. So it was like, Seth just got to the point where it's like, look, I can't. You got to be out of the picture. It's like, I'm not gonna knock you out and be done with it for now.
And they get across it, and everybody's like happy, and everybody's trying to be like, Seth's trying to be in a good mood and all that shit. And I don't know, it's a weird kind of vibe because you're like, oh look, everything's cool now, and blah blah blah. It's like, well, there's still this whole thing that now they're in Mexico and with some shady people having to go do some shady shit, and I don't know. It's just kind of crazy.
Once they get to the titty twister, why couldn't they just let him go? Why do they got to sit there all night with him?
I mean, it's a good thing they didn't, because they needed his fucking driver's license to stay there.
Yeah, that is true. But I mean, like, I guess also so they couldn't just run off and like tell the cops, and then the whole thing's fucked. Because like in the morning they were going to let him go, and it's like, all right, cool, we got our shit, whatever.
Yeah, but the Mexican police aren't probably going to care about them.
Well, I like that scene too. Whenever he's like, all right, so you're going to drive down this road till you see a road called De Gallo, and then you're going to turn in there to a bar called the Titty Twister. He's like, and then what? He's like, and then nothing. That's where we're going.
Yeah.
We go in there and get some drinks, and then we just hang out. And then like the outside of this bar, like I would fucking go there for sure.
Oh, yeah.
That's the biggest disappointment of this film, is the fact that somewhere like the Titty Twister does not exist.
Yeah.
No shit, right?
I'm like, I mean, I'm sure there's biker places or whatever that's, similar in nature, with the girls and then all the rowdiness and crazy shit. But
Hispanic titties everywhere.
Oh my gosh! Just you walk in, and the decor, like you can tell it's, even later on you see that it's a temple, but you get that vibe from it. All the decor, the girls dancing up on the different pedestals and everything like that, and it's a vibe. And I would love to go to a place like this because it just seems like, all right, there's going to be some fun tonight.
Yeah, man. Like that's the bar to go to, man. Nothing but truckers and bikers.
No. Got any food in this place? Got any food in this place? Best food? Yeah, best out of Mexico. I kind of doubt that. Going back to what was said a minute ago, Chloe does have the best lines in this movie.
Oh, see, we can take Tamara and Michelle. We can go to the Titty Twister.
Hell yeah, let's go, ladies. Man, no, I don't drink, but I would have a good ass time there.
Fuck yeah. They say it's like it used to be on the back lot at Miramax. Like it was all built inside a fucking soundstage.
So now you got the second part of the film. Now they're at the Titty Twister, and this is the new setting. Now we're getting new characters introduced. Like whenever they go in. Well, actually, before they get in there, we get Cheech Marin the second time as the kind of the barker. Almost the carnival barker outside, trying to get people. Yeah. And that's one of the most memorable scenes, where he's just going on about pussy. We got, black pussy, white pussy, Spanish
American
pussy,
pussy, bloody pussy.
Yeah, you wouldn't want quite a few of those.
No,
smelly pussy.
And he's just going on, and then it cuts back to him, and he's like, it's a really good shot too, because they're shooting from down, and you see the background of the Titty Twister, and he's just going on about you buy a piece of pussy, and you get the second one for a penny or whatever. He's like, if you can find it any cheaper, fuck it,
Yeah.
So
fucking love Cheech in this. Shit's so good.
Great little comedic role there for him, for his second character. And then once they get inside, we get to see Danny Trejo, which obviously is a guy that's always worked with Robert Rodriguez in a lot of his films. And young Trejo at that point.
Short hair.
Yeah. Short hair Trejo. And then all the additional characters, all these, different bikers, like we said, Tom Savini, Sex Machine, Fred Williamson is Frost, I believe, which I don't think they ever said his name in the film. It's just something that you have to look at the credits for.
Figure out.
Yeah. Who else? We obviously not Salma Hayek as a hell of a name, Santanico Pandemonium.
Yeah.
Red Wings.
Interesting.
Well, that's an old like 70s Mexican horror movie that Tarantino used to have in his video store.
Right. But so I mean, that's
stuck in there.
Yeah,
But yeah, I want to watch this movie now, though.
yeah, strange name to have.
Yeah. And then Selma Hayek's afraid of snakes.
Oh,
So then
yeah.
I heard two different stories that they were going to get Madonna to be in it, but then I heard there's another one where Rodriguez even said, I told Selma that Madonna wanted the part so that way she would take it.
Huh.
And then apparently she went and saw a snake therapist so she could get over her fear of snakes or some shit.
Yeah, because I remember her talking about being like completely like terrified of snakes.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't show in this film.
No, not at
No,
all.
not at all.
One of the best clothed dance numbers ever on film.
You know, all of us, you know, fucking teenage boys couldn't be wrong. You know what I mean? Like that was, man, you know, she's so fucking hot. Like
That was a good find by Rodriguez for finding her and fucking throwing her around in some films back in the day.
which, by the way, I can't remember how old she is, but
She was 27 making this.
still a looker these days. Still a
Dude,
looker.
she's like an almost 60, right?
Yeah.
Have mercy. All right.
But I mean, she, you know, before we see her in Desperado, she's gorgeous.
never
there,
aged.
Oh yeah.
you know, and it's like now we get to, you know, this is almost like her Return of the Jedi Princess Leia role, where you get slave Leia, you get in like slave Selma.
Yeah.
I'd take that one over Carrie any day.
I mean, yeah. Well, yeah, I probably would too, but you know.
We'll
I don't
have
even
to-
like Star Wars, but I'm okay with that shit.
I don't know. Maybe
Carrie all but
you would have to get some kind of AI to create a duel of slave Leia and slave Satanico Pandemonium. SP for short.
so Michelle and I would have no complaints if y'all wanted to take us there. She would have joined tonight, but they're been killing her off during the holidays. All right.
Well, we hope she resurrects perfectly.
Yeah. Better come
the
out there with a
grind.
chainsaw hand. Just tell her to get a
right.
shotgun and a chainsaw hand. She'll be fine. Can survive anything.
Yeah.
That's what's funny with the sequels too. Like I only ever watched them a couple of times, but I remember the only thing I remember is the second one had Robert Patrick and Bruce Campbell was in it for about 3 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, see, I don't remember shit from the
But
sequel.
Danny Trejo's in all three of them.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Huh.
Same character. Bartender.
Bartender.
Speaking of Trejo, it is Taco Tuesday.
I like how like Frost, whenever we first see Frost, he's sitting there and he's just like playing with these little, what was it? It's not Jenga, but he's like stacking
Playing
these little dominoes. There it is. And he's stacking it, and then the girl just keeps dancing above him and shaking the fucking table and knocks his dominoes over. And he's just like, he's just kind of looking up at her like, what the fuck? And then she has the lighter for him, and he's happy again. So
Yeah, he looks very perturbed.
And
He
of
knocked
course,
over my house.
and then of course with Tom Savini, he has his little whip where he grabs the guy's beer, pulls it over real quick, and starts drinking it. And the guy pulls out his switchblade, and then we get to see the cod piece, the pistol cod piece, which is, you know, one of the staples from this film.
Isn't that Nicotero?
No,
It's not Nicotero that doesn't pull the knife out on him?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
talking
He's
about,
like, yeah, he's his long hair. And he's like, and he pulls it back up and walks away because he pulls out his.
Tom still has the cog piece.
Yeah.
The cock piece.
You think he wears it in his private time?
I guarantee it. He runs around his house like a nature boy with this little piece on.
I mean, I would. I'm just saying.
I would. I'd wear that
That's
shit to
right,
work.
baby. Call me Sex Machine.
I'd wear that shit to work. Fucking.
I don't know how practical that cod piece is. It's like, you know,
Oh, if it kicks, you're fucked.
yeah.
Go shoot somebody and be on your knees crying at the same time.
Doesn't usually
Don't
work
get-
that way, but yeah.
Feeling like your nuts are coming out of your throat.
Ouch.
Should be terrible. Terrible.
Just as long as you're not shooting blanks.
I pray I do, just because, yeah, whatever. But I love that scene too. Whenever she's like Selma Hayek's dancing, not because of her dancing, but that song that they're playing with the Tarantulas, that After Dark song. That song's so fucking good.
And
I like the
speaking of
music in this.
yeah, I was just getting ready to say soundtrack killer, man. What's a lot of ZZ Top in here. Obviously Tito and the Tarantulas or the band, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Mavericks, Leftovers, and the song, you know, the theme song and the ending song
Honey, I hang like a dead man.
The
That
Dark
one?
Night by the Blasters. Dude, oh my gosh. I've been cranking that all weekend, man. I was like, oh man, I forgot how much I love this song.
It's a great song. Yeah.
Dark Night. Yeah.
It's funny because Tito and them, they've been in every Robert Rodriguez movie too.
Yep.
They were in Desperado and El Mariachi.
Yep.
The band is one of my favorite things in this movie.
And they're also the band playing in the beginning of Roadhouse.
Yep.
I did not know that.
Yeah, man.
Huh.
Fucking dope. I got them shits on my fucking SoundCloud.
When they all turn into
I
vampires.
don't understand shit you're talking about, but I listen to them, motherfucker.
I mean, I listen to Rammstein, so I mean, like, if it sounds cool, it sounds cool.
The band is
When they
interesting.
come back and they're playing dead people and all that stuff. It's like that was perfect.
But
All
it's
right, fuck you, everybody. Good night.
Well,
Yeah,
apparently
that's the
there's a
thing.
scene that's deleted, but the band, they were just bikers, and they're the ones that kind of led the geckos to Mexico somehow. So it was kind of like they were setting them up to go to the titty twister, even though that I guess Carlos already fucking told them there. I don't know. Apparently, there's a lot of shit that wasn't released, even on like the DVD, because there's a lot of different outtakes and shit.
Yeah, it's weird. It's
There was
weird.
a
with
whole
the
different
band.
ending at one point.
It's weird with the band because it's like as soon as shit starts going down, it's like immediately their guitars are converted into human torsos or whatever, and it's funny and it's everything
Becomes
like that.
Guar.
Yeah, and it's just like out of nowhere, and then whenever it's time for them to kill the band, they just
fucking band.
Fuck you, everyone. Good night.
yeah, they just spontaneously combust. I don't know.
They're like, we're not fucking with it. We're done.
Yeah, so
Well, it's cool too. Like, I mean, we didn't mention like whenever they get into the bar and then they beat the shit out of Cheech, number 2, and then they're sitting there drinking, and then fucking Selma's pouring shit down her fucking leg into Tarantino's mouth and spitting more fucking whiskey in his mouth, and then he's like, "All right, Richie," he's like, "Time to clock in or get back on the clock," and he's like, "How many?" He's like, 3. So then they fucking like realize they're coming, so they're like, "All right, we got to fuck some shit up here." So we just beat the shit out of this guy, and then the ape man that he calls him, he's there, and then fucking Cheech, and then some other dude. I think the other guy was Trejo.
Well, see, I love that scene though, because like, all right, so the ape man, as he calls him, when they're at the bar and the guy comes over and like starts shit with him, all that stuff, and the whole conversation that him and Harvey Keitel has, because he's like, I'm gonna drink this this whiskey, I'm gonna break this bottle over his melon fucking head, like that whole thing, and he's all pissed off and angry. And
Why are you so agitated?
He's like
putting his hands on me.
Yeah. He's like, are you such a fool? He's like, excuse me.
He calls him a loser.
Yeah. And he's like, don't you see you won? Like, and then that's when it finally takes a shot. He's like, I'm not drinking, and he's like, no, Jacob, you're gonna have a drink with me. Like, I don't know. I love the conversations that Jacob and Seth have for this whole movie. Yeah, man.
to your family, to yours.
Up yours.
Oh, to yours.
No, but fucking they end up having that big brawl, and then whenever you find out everybody gets killed and then they come back to life, then you realize how fucked everything is. Because I think the first person to get shot is fucking Trejo with the cock cannon. Like the drummer from Spinal Tap.
Oh, right. Talking about the blowing up, the explosion.
Oh, yeah.
With the band blowing up. Yeah. Completely.
Spinal Tap's drummers were never safe.
No. Never.
Not even kind of. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the first person to get killed was Trejo. Well, he got shot. He didn't die.
I thought it was Cheech.
No, because he gets shot the fuck up at the end. He's the last one to get shot up. Because they kill the ape dude. Because I think Richie kills the ape dude. And then
I thought they shot Cheech, but then he gets back up. I don't know.
He did.
And then he was laughing. And he's like, "Oh, what are you laughing at?"
Yeah.
And then he turned around and just blast him. And then Selma's kind of fucking having palpitations of seeing the bloody hand.
Yeah, because he gets stabbed in his hand again.
Oh no, but yeah, because the Trejo gets stabbed the fuck up by Richie too.
Yeah.
Like he gets fucking probably a good.
That's when you get like you see
10 or
the knife
fingers.
with the green blood.
Yeah, then you know shit's not right.
Hey, what's going on here?
It was all supposed to be red blood, then they had to change it because it got NC-17 rating. I was like, well, that's kind of dumb, but I get it.
I don't get it.
Makes sense.
Whatever.
But that whole scene just pretty much sets it off. So then you know you're getting into some shit.
Yeah.
And all the vampires fucking come around. I don't know. Like I always like whenever fucking Fred's throwing bodies around on top the fucking table and just like fucking
all the legs
have 4 vampires stuck on the legs. It's just like, yeah, we're just fucking throwing these guys around here.
Oh, it's great because all of a sudden they kind of barricade the door and that girl turns around and she's like, dinner's served, and then it
fucking chaos,
pandemonium.
What were some of your guys' favorite vampire kills? Because they had quite a few good ones.
I don't know.
I know I'm drawing a blank. I didn't rewatch it last night, and it's been a minute since I watched it. I'm trying to think.
I think it was whenever fucking Savini kills Trejo, because Trejo's all fucking vamped out.
Yeah.
And Savini has the pool cue, and he fucking tosses it to him.
Pulls him,
and he catches it, and he's like
breaks it over.
Huh?
Him. Yeah.
And he fucking grabs the whip and pulls his legs out and smashes it over him and stabs him.
I like when they lock up the door and they're just going around like after things kind of calm down and they're going around just like staking all the around and stuff and like
all the dead people.
Yeah, like Tom Savini's walking up, all you see is just blood, just over and over again. He's just like, just one after another. It's just the comedy. Yeah,
I don't get the second. What?
I was going to say the thing that I like is that they don't insult the intelligence of the audience with this. There's so many films out there where it's like, okay, shit starts going sideways, something weird happens or whatever, and then everybody's just like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? Like almost immediately, everybody, all these characters realize that they're dealing with vampires, and it's almost realistic because it's like, as people, if we were in this situation that all of a sudden these people transformed and they're biting and everything like that, it's like, oh, fucking vampires, because we've watched vampire movies. They even reference that in the film. It's like, hey, has anybody actually read a real book about vampires, or just shit we saw in a movie?
Yeah.
But it's like the characters know, like real world, what vampires are. So as immediately they know, okay, this is what we got to do. So there's no like playing catch up, like, oh, what are these creatures or anything like that.
Right.
I love that it just goes right into it. Like, okay, these are vampires. We got to kill them. What do we know about vampires?
So isn't silver a thing?
Yeah. Does anybody have any silver?
No.
Okay.
Right, so fuck it.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
I like that whole fucking like little Clooney thing when he's like, what we did is just kill some vampires, and I don't believe in vampires, believe my own fucking eyes. And then they hear all this like squawking and shit, and they're like, what the hell is that? And he's like, bats.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And it goes such a good
like,
movie.
Fuck. Like his reaction was so good. Like I like his expression, like whenever he turns around and Selma Hayek's there and she's like, I wonder if you taste as good as your brother or whatever. And he like pulls up the gun and it's empty. And then she gets closer and like as soon as she gets ready to hit him, he just has this fucking look on his face like, fuck.
Yeah.
And he's just like, yeah, I'm about to get my ass whooped. And then she's on top of him like, I'm going to make you a slave and you're going to lick the fucking shit off my boots or whatever. And he's like, ooh. He's like, you're going to be my slave. I want to make you fucking do everything. He's like, nah, I've already had a wife. Like the clip we saw in the beginning.
Yeah.
The when Richie gets bitten and
he turns into fucking Frankenstein.
He looks fucking ridiculous. Like, well, not ridiculous. He looks fucking brutal. But but he only thing that set the scene is like his brother, and he's not really seen that shit. And that whole thing where he's like, come on, Seth, blah blah blah, and he just like grab him, and then they all kind of get him. And he's like, and he says, Richie, I'm gonna give you the peace in death that I couldn't give you in life. And it's just like it's that moment where it's like, yeah, he's kind of It's like, okay, he can now justifiably like get rid of the problem and not feel as bad about it.
I mean, yeah. He's like he's gonna get some peace now too, and maybe his plans won't get fucked.
Well, because in his mind, ultimately they were going to go down here to El Rey and just be able to kick back. I mean, I don't know how much did they steal from the bank.
I don't know if it ever actually said.
I was going to say it doesn't seem like it's that much to where it's like, okay, we're going to like retire down here.
But he gave. I mean, at the end though, he gave him like 3 stacks and her 5 or something like that. So I mean, it had to be a decent amount.
Yeah,
a few $100,000 maybe $500,000-ish.
Maybe.
So I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they ever actually say.
I always like with Richie, where you're talking about him kind of being like almost a Frankenstein vampire or whatever. I liked how they went back and forth with that look, and then there's another look where he's still a vampire, but he has like the eyes look different, and then it's just the teeth, and that I think that one almost looks scarier because it looks like his brother,
Right.
And that's, I think, the thing that he realizes, because they're getting ready to like kill him, and Clooney's like backing him off, like, "Hey, anybody touches my brother," and then he looks at him as a monster, and then he looks at him and sees him as like his normal self, but with the eyes and the teeth, and he realizes like, this isn't my brother anymore, so I have to accept that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a tough moment, man. Like, I don't know if I could do that to my fucking like brother or sister or whatever. It'd be tough.
And then it's like, Kate's like, "Oh, well, I'm sorry," and he's like, "No, don't do that," or whatever. If it was up to you guys, you would have served us both up. He still thinks that they're against him because he took them hostage or whatever. But they, for the most part, they're going along with everything. More or less. They've. I wouldn't say they're like befriended them. I mean, maybe to an extent.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. But it's like that. I think they're more trusting of him than he is of them, oddly enough.
Yeah. Well, there's like a common respect that you find, like when Jacob and Seth, like I said, I love the communication between those two, but like there's a respect between both of them. And fuck, I had a good idea. I had a good thought there.
No, you're going with a good line there of thought. There is a respect there, and at the same time, it's like, I think the respect comes from the fact that Seth knows that Jacob is this like kind of a holy roller or whatever. He doesn't fully know that his struggles and his loss of faith or whatever, but he knows he's a holy guy. So at the same time, knowing that they've, done all this terrible stuff, at no point do you really get anything from Jacob where he's judgmental of them. He's not like, talking down to them, condescending or anything like that, where it's like, "Oh yeah, you're just a piece of crap bank robber, murderer." It's never anything where he's judgmental about them. He just kind of like Jacob is very matter of fact, like you say, he gives direct answers, and he's just kind of goes along with the flow because all he wants is his kids to survive this thing.
Are you a faithless preacher or a mean motherfucking servant of God? I'm a mean.
I don't know why he didn't just say mother. He just could have just left fuck out.
It's good though. It's good.
Yeah. Another favorite line is Peter Cushing does that all the time.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
There's so many good little lines. They're like real short and just quirky though. Like they come out of nowhere, and there's so much other shit going on. You're just like, you have to, like, sometimes you miss the initial watch. You got to watch it a few times.
Oh, we didn't mention when Sex Machine changes.
Yeah, that's a funny one.
He tries to cover it up. Like he realizes he's been bit, and he puts his jacket back on so nobody can see his arm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like his hands his fingernails and fingers start getting longer, and he starts noticing his teeth are getting weird. And he's just like,
he's like,
and
he's hearing the voices.
Yeah, Kate looks at him, and he's just like, yeah. It's just
like he's holding his shit in. He's just like,
yeah. And And then when Frost, is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is standing there.
Story.
He's like, and they were everywhere. And all of a sudden, you just see like the little hand come up behind him, and it's Tom Savini, and he just like he just bites into him. That scene's perfect though, because when he turns around, and that's when like the who does he throw Sex Machine through? Is that who he throws through the door?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like that's when he turns
Once
around.
he changes.
Yeah, and he turns around. And he's like, and he looks all fucked up in the face, and all those bad.
I just like whenever he screams and he's like, "You fucking bit me! Come on, Sex Machine!"
Yeah. That's right. Because he goes runs at him and he throws him. Yeah.
The crazy shit that I never got either was like fucking, like shortly after that, fucking Clooney fucking has the whip and wraps it around his neck and pulls him down and like pops his head off, and then he turns into like a fucking rat dog. Vampire thing. And he looks like a giant version of like the rat monkey from Dead Alive.
Yeah. I've talked to some people who actually think that whole thing's stupid, and I'm like, I think it's great. I don't give a fuck.
Weird. I have mixed feelings about it.
I don't. I think this movie's perfect, actually.
Because I always think of Dead Alive and like Graveyard Shift.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, Chuck loves his rat bat. So I'm sure he loves this rat dog.
It's true. I like creatures. I like fucked up creatures, and what the Sex Machine turns into is definitely a fucked up creature.
Yeah.
Well, then it's fucked up too, and they find the storage room or whatever, and they have just crates of fucking weapons, or like let's see what we can get in here or whatever. Then fucking Clooney busts out a fucking jackhammer. Carves down a log, and they only have like, he says, like, if we get out there in the next 20, 30 minutes, like, you didn't do all this shit in 20, 30 minutes. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Okay, I get that it looks cool, but the most impractical weapon, like, I'm going to use a jackhammer, like this big ass jackhammer. I'm going to lug it around and try to take out all these vampires. Like,
the worst.
It's actually a horrible. Yeah, it's actually a horrible weapon.
Yeah,
it looks cool, but no, they
like Jacob has it like down, like he's like behind the bar and fucking gets the bat, and then like what the fuck are you gonna do with the bat? Then he finds the shotty, and he's just like, we'll just make a fucking cross and then bless the shells and fuck the rest. Well, that's what I was thinking too, though. Whenever they were doing that shit, and they're filling up the condoms with water balloons, and he has like the water gun and shit, and then like Jacob's blessing the water and shit. I was like, me and Mike are both ordained. Can we bless water?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Yeah, so we're good. If we get stuck down the titty twister with Tamara and Michelle, and all hell breaks loose, we're good. Got you guys covered.
Fuck yeah.
The blessing.
Yeah. Well, the condoms.
The rocket condoms is what they're called.
Yeah. Like I always love it in movies where they MacGyver everything, and
got to improvise.
And I just think it's such a cool scene because it goes back to like Monster Squad and Lost Boys where they're all getting ready for everything. And that's, although the scene with like in this one where they're all kind of getting everything ready always reminds me of Lost Boys a lot. But I
don't know, that Lost Boys montage of them getting the house ready, I think is a little better.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, they have more room to work with. They're stuck in the back room there.
Yeah.
But
hey.
Yeah. Anyway.
And then what? Jacob, at this point, Jacob is bit. And he only has so much time. And then he's
like 20, 30 minutes. And that fucking scene back, to carve that fucking log down would take a good 2 hours.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, no, when he gets his kids and he's like, look, I've been bitten, and
I'm already dead.
I'm gonna go out here. I'm gonna fight with you as much as I can, but you've got to promise when I change, you got to kill me. And like they're like, we can't do that, Debbie. And he goes, all right, if you don't tell me that you have to count to 3, and then like she's like, I'll do it. And he's like, all right, we're running out of time, so you only get short time for this. And it's just that, I don't know, that whole scene is just, and then
suicide if you're already dead.
Yeah. Man, it goes back to the dialogue in this is great. I mean, again, Quentin Tarantino writes some of the best dialogue in film. But this one just everything hits right. Everything just seems real. It seems authentic, you know.
The part that pissed me off though is like whenever they open that door to go fight everybody, and then like fucking Jacob's like pushing everybody back with his fucking gun bat.
Yeah.
And then they have those fucking water balloons. Like, why not just start launching the water balloons through that fucking hallway? And then by the time you get out there, like, you ain't really got to clear up a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, I'd have been fucking mowing them bitches down with some water on the way out.
That scene actually creeps me the fuck out. Because when they first get back there, like, there's a whole bunch of, like, you know, it's basically bats that are chasing after them, too.
Yeah.
And then, like, when they open the door and they're all this, you got a bunch of nasty fucking, you know, naked fucking vampire things. Like, I don't know.
I didn't like the look of them, though. Like, I know, like, a lot of them look like actual vampire bats. And then some of them just look like fucking crazy, just decaying old zombies or something.
Yeah.
And then there was the one chick with her titties out that had, like, this big hole in her belly. Like, she was pretty disturbing looking.
Oh, they look pretty gnarly.
All the effects in this look pretty damn good.
Oh, 100%. Again, I mean, like we've already named off the reasons why. I mean, like, you know.
Yeah. I mean, you got fucking legends working on this shit. And they were legends in the 90s.
One of those vampires was Walter Phelan. You know, Dr. Satan.
Oh shit.
I didn't know that. Huh.
Yeah, you always see him in all the films doing all the crazy characters and everything like that. Dr. Satan almost kind of looks like one of those bats, creepy looking bat things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like if you took that bat and then put like some kind of I don't know, some breathing apparatus or whatever Dr. Satan had all hooked up to him, it almost kind of looks similar to that. But
I can see that now.
It's just one of those things where, you know, he does so many roles, and I feel a lot of people don't know Walter Phelan enough because, you know, he's always gimmicked up in something. So it's like, okay, you know, I didn't realize that was him.
He's one of those dudes that's been in a lot of shit, but you never actually see his real face.
Yeah.
Kind of like Lon Chaney.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. It's the man of many faces. You don't really ever, very rare. There's not too many photos that you can find of Lon Chaney as himself.
There's the beginning of Wolfman.
Really cool.
Walking with the Queen.
That's right.
Doing the Werewolves of London.
That's right.
His hair was perfect.
I always wanted his fucking cane.
Oh well, yeah.
Dope ass cane. Pimp cane.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about that dude's dad, not Lon Chaney Jr.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, you know, he played some pretty gnarly for that time period. The makeup was pretty amazing, and when you actually look at what Lon Chaney actually looked like in that time period, you're like, wow, man, the makeup was actually pretty cool.
It's a lot of camera shots.
I'll co-sign on that, Tamara.
Yeah, I was gonna say totally.
We love it as well. We tend to do a lot of movies. We need to do a movie we're gonna fucking hate one day.
Do an add-on here where it's okay. So we talked about Jacob using the gun and trying to make the cross, and then, you know, blowing people away. Now, once they go back out there, and then you have the face-off with Frost, he blows that hole in Frost with the gun, and he has the gun inside of it, and he like cocks it while it's like still inside of Frost, and he's like shooting the vampires behind him. I always thought that was cool.
Yeah, same here. Yeah,
and he has that real surprised look on his face because I don't know, his makeup wasn't the greatest because they had that weird mouth shit going on.
He looked like he got split in the face. Is what he looks like.
Yeah, it just looked weird. Like, I know what they were going for, just the lighting was too bright, so you kind of could see his inner mouth. It was just, I don't know, it fucked me up.
It's a weird sentence to hear somebody say, but yeah.
And
I noticed little stupid shit.
Yeah.
Then, unfortunately, Scott is the first one to die from the group.
Kill me, Kate.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, technically, Jacob was already dead at that point.
Yeah.
And
which, I mean, man, he gets it bad too. He didn't just get bitten once; he gets like eaten.
Yeah, he gets mauled. Like, he's getting destroyed. Kill me, Kate.
Well, I mean, he broke his word. Whenever his dad turned, he was supposed to kill him. He gave his word, and he didn't. And then
he fucked up.
And that's one of the things we haven't talked about either yet is the Scott character played by Ernest Liu, a guy that really hasn't done anything else. I think this is probably one of those ones where, there's so many films where it's like you have like maybe all these stars and then there's just one random guy that you're like, who the hell is that? Maybe it could have been cast better, if it would have been somebody more known. I don't know. I mean, I don't think he's the shits or anything like that, but I don't think he stands out either.
It's Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf. Is he Chinese?
Maybe.
I don't think so. Anyway.
No. He ain't Japanese either.
Lord. This was going so well, too.
Well, that's they're teasing him back at the hotel or motel.
Yeah.
Whatever. And he's like, oh, you don't look Japanese. Neither does he. He looks Chinese.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
What was he in anything else after this, or just no?
Just no, nothing of note.
It's always weird to me, like when like somebody's like in like one movie, and then they're done, and they're just like, not for me.
Hey, if
it could be a director somewhere, we have no idea.
If my only role was in Dusk Till Dawn, I'd be fine with that.
Especially if I had Tarantino's role.
Yeah.
But just being able, if you just walked in and said, okay, this is my first role, I'm doing Dusk Till Dawn, and then you do nothing after that. Hey, I worked with Clooney, Tarantino, Keitel, so many different legends.
It's a list, that's for damn sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be happy. I'm surprised he's not out doing the convention circuits.
It's funny because even Savini was like, he's like, I spent 3 days on the film and all 3 days was with Selma, so I could have probably sold my seat for someone else to sit there and made a lot more money.
I mean, everybody's still with, knock on wood. Well, besides Michael Parks, everybody's still with us from John Saxon, obviously. But I mean, Juliette Lewis is doing the convention circuit. I'm surprised somebody hasn't tried to get a hold of Ernest Liu and have him come out and have Kate and Scott doing the rounds.
Yeah,
that'd be all right. He'd probably do it.
Off topic, but I thought about it a second ago. I just remembered it again. But is it just me, or when Jacob turns to the vampire, does he not look like the dad from Teen Wolf?
Teen Wolf, yeah,
he does.
Like completely.
Yeah,
just a little smaller, but has the same look. Like if they were to remake
that,
has
like longer ears. His nose is a smidge different. That's it.
Yeah.
The problem landed on my face. I love Teen Wolf. I'm stupid.
You're good.
I like the second one too. So what does that say? I'm stupid.
Yeah. Wow.
I just can't.
Now you might get into that territory.
I've tried watching the second one, but I'm just I don't know. From Dusk Till Dawn, this is not the kind of movie that you should ever like make sequels to.
Have you watched
it's a one and done
series?
I tried, and I just didn't.
It's tough.
It's just too serious.
I didn't mind the first season, and after that, it went fucking bananas. And then I read like the rest of it, and they had like snake vampire, like it's like Aztec vampires or some shit. Like it made sense. Like it kind of explained everything, but I was like, nah, I'm glad I didn't finish watching that shit.
Just leave some shit alone.
Fucking Fez was in it.
Was he really?
Mm-hmm. He's in the third movie.
Oh, how many movies do they make? Like
just
sequel?
Three or four. I think it's just three. Just how many shows you got left? Not many. A few. Should I save them for us or no? Use them on the first thing that tries to fucking bite you.
yeah.
And then luckily the sun comes up, or else they were fucked.
Oh yeah. When there it is. Yeah, dude. He just doesn't look. I don't know.
You can see the fangs inside and his back.
Yeah.
And his actual mouth. And then the shit on the side just fucks me up.
I don't know. Like I'm always open for interpretation of what vampires look like and stuff. And I didn't mind him in this one. I mean, like when it comes down to vampires that turn into bats and all that shit, makes perfect sense. But yeah, just there's something about that. His face just, I don't know. It stands out, but I don't know. It just doesn't fit. Like it does, but it doesn't. Yeah, there you go. See, it's like the more extreme version. If they were to remake Teen Wolf, but like it was like more of a serious movie, that's what the dad would look like.
Yeah,
right.
Wolfie.
Tavares would totally be thrilled to act in this movie. A lot of people would.
1000%.
Oh yeah.
Mama Nasty said Juliet was a scare fest.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, I didn't go this last time. She's one I would definitely like to meet though.
No, we don't either.
She's
nice, man.
Oh, have you met her?
Hmm?
Yeah, whenever we went up, remember I got
oh, that's right.
I got Mike that Natural Born Killers poster, and we went up there and met her.
I mean, you all have met just about everybody that I bring up. So, no, she seems like
Mike
she'd be
maybe,
cool.
not me.
I've only had one interaction with her. It was on Instagram, because she's married to or dating. I think she's married now. To Brad Wilk from
Rage too, ain't she?
From Rage Against the Machine. Yeah, she's a singer in a band.
Juliet and the Licks.
Yeah,
shout out.
Yeah, they're not bad either. They're a pretty good punk band. But no, she had posted. I guess Rage was doing a show at some festival a couple years ago, and his cymbals looked red, and I couldn't tell if it was the red lighting around it or what. And somebody had commented and said, those red cymbals are really awesome, and I was like, I commented back. I was like, I don't think those are red cymbals. I think it's just the lights. And she goes, nope, I was there when he bought them or whatever the hell. Like they're red. And I was like, oh shit, all right, cool. And I was just like, I didn't notice. I was like, oh shit, she actually commented back on it. But yeah, I've never heard anybody say anything bad about her at all. But yeah, that's terrifying. If you walk out of a room and you got all of that staring at you, fuck that. No.
Imagine playing a show and going out there and seeing that.
I mean, if they're there to see the show, I'm fine. But if I'm getting eaten at some point in time, no. Like, no, like I would love to play a show. I would love to play a show where the audience is a bunch of ghoulish, flesh-eating monsters, just as long as they're enjoying the music and we're not part of their feast.
Yes.
You know, other than that, I don't care. Yeah. Yeah. I'll play to anybody that's willing to hear. Even the undead.
I look at that and I just think how impressive all that hours of makeup and fucking getting everybody in their costume is, man. That's just fucking.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
That's K&B, man. This was them early on, like, knocking it out of the park. You know, obviously later on you see great Nicotero and all the work he's done on The Walking Dead, to create that world. And, you go in and you look at all the different zombies that they created over the years and everything like that. And they try to make so many of them unique. And I feel like they did the same thing in this film where they're trying to make a lot of the vampires unique and kind of special.
Yeah, I mean, they came around in 1988. And then their first big film was Intruder.
That's an all right one. This picture right here, this makes me think. I've always thought it'd be cool if I had the money, and I'm pretty sure my stepfather, who's a bass player, would probably agree with this. I would totally get a workable bass that looks similar to that.
Just like a stand-up bass almost with the head and shit on there.
Yeah.
Like because I think he's actually playing a guitar, but like when it's like done like that, it looks like a bass,
right?
And I could totally see that'd be wicked.
He's
and like you have,
he's got a leg at the neck shoved up that guy's asshole.
Well, like you put your cable in like the guy's eye socket or some shit like at the end there. Like you could totally like that'd be a good guar bass,
It would be dope.
She almost looks reptilian.
Yeah, I think the same thing.
I'm saying they're snake vampires or somewhere. Should they explain it in the series? Yeah. It's fucking weird.
Snake vampires, kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, great effects, man.
Yeah, I mean some of the loose neck shit where like she had her little fucking neck piece on. Let's see, Juliet was nice. Tamara loves the torso guitar.
I'm surprised somebody hasn't like made some kind of replica.
Yeah, I knew you'd agree.
Somebody hasn't made a replica of that guitar.
Because that'd be wicked as fuck. That would be, and actually, it would work as a stand up. Because you ever seen those stand up basses that are like they're electric stand ups?
Right.
They're small, and you can put them on a strap or hold them like that. There's a bass player for the band Suffocation. That his bass and the way he plays, he'll play it like running around, and then he'll just plop it down on the ground and start playing it like a stand up, and it's fucking amazing. I can totally see him playing this.
It's like dude from Buddy Holly and the Crickets, man.
Oh, right.
Stand up bass.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, like I just fucking had that movie School of Rock pop in my head. He's like, "What's that you play?" It's the cello. I just turn it to the side and cello, you got a bass.
Hell yeah.
Fucking movie's goofy, yo. Yeah, like I said, like for me the ending of this movie is great because they fucking start shooting. Like I guess she has maybe like 4 rounds left and shoots a couple extra holes, and then Carlos, thank God, shows up. Yeah, there we go. That shit's so dope.
Yeah, it is.
And look at the head over on the
Playing a
left.
head for a fucking trumpet.
Yeah.
I never noticed that before. I was always focused on the guitar.
Yeah, because the cuts are real quick, and then the guy back in the background, right here, he's the Caracas, he has skulls that he's shaking instead of the Caracas, so that's kind of cool.
Stray Cats bass.
Oh,
yeah.
Fucking Brian Seltzer. Dig it.
Hell yeah.
One thing I didn't get, fuck. I just lost it that fucking quick.
And it's cool.
Oh, whenever like they like have people like, whenever like they melt or whatever, whenever they catch on fire or whatever, like the
Aren't
only
they
thing that
supposed to
ever,
burn up?
yeah,
Yeah.
the only thing that ever survives, like whenever they kill, who were they killing at the end there? Oh, whenever they kill Tarantino, like his skull falls to the ground and then they're still holding his arm. Like why his arms didn't catch on fire is beyond me, but why is it only the thing that survives is the skull?
Just for
I guess just because it looked cool.
Yeah.
Looks like
I would totally play drums for that band.
Fuck yeah.
I would totally play drums for that
Here's a better shot of him shaking the Caracas.
Oh
Hell
yeah. See, he's dope looking too. He got the mohawk.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So the band is one of the best things about this. It's great.
Tito's up here just cheesing.
Big cheese.
Fumando marijuana.
The thing is, he's even making a chord with this. Like he's actually like.
That's because he's a real musician.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah. Like the Tito and the Tarantulas is a real band. That's what I said I have on my SoundCloud. Like, they're fucking dope.
Okay. I didn't realize I was missing what his name was.
My Spanish is god awful, so I mean I don't know what the fuck they say half the time, but
Again, it doesn't matter if it sounds cool.
I just know like the song whenever she's before she's dancing, he says fumando marijuana, and that just means smoke marijuana.
Yeah.
I was like, hell yeah, good song.
Well, nobody has made a torso guitar, but here's some fucking weird shit.
Oh boy. I saw a dude made a lap steel out of a skateboard today. That was pretty dope.
Oh Lord. That's
fucking creepy.
that is
that Carrot Top?
Somebody needs to call that guy, or somebody needs to call somebody on that guy. That looks very
CPS on this guy.
Sus.
That's very
That's fucking. That's not right.
No, that's a little fucked up. I've seen some. I watched there's a guy on YouTube that I watched that he's made some really weird guitars out of some weird shit. He made a guitar out of a car door,
Okay.
and toilet seats and a bunch of different shit. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I saw a guy make a lap steel out of a skateboard today. That's pretty dope.
That's pretty cool. But yeah,
it's way more comfortable.
But yeah, that guitar there, that was I've never thought that a guitar could literally be the creepiest fucking thing. That's terrible. You know what I mean? Like I've seen some cool ass, evil metal guitars, but that one screams social services.
Yeah. CPS guitar.
Yeah. Who makes it CPS? Yeah. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? That's just creepy. That's
no, but for me though, like in this movie though, since it's almost to the end, we're right there.
Yeah.
Right there on the rim.
Right
is
there.
whenever Carlos gets there and they come outside and he's like, her whole family is dead. And he's like, well, what are they, psychos? He's like, psychos?
That
Psychos
exploding
don't explode when sunlight hits them. I don't care how fucking crazy they are.
Yeah.
I love that line.
Yeah.
That's the best line in any movie ever. Like, me and my cousin Ken fucking watch that shit and just crack up.
Well, he walks out and he punches him and he's like, oh, and he's like, why the fuck would you, you know,
of all
he's
the
like,
places.
yeah, he's like, well, I just figure, you know, any place is good or the other.
He's like, you want a beer? I have domestic and Mexican. It's like, you're in Mexico.
Yeah. Jesus.
Pedotar.
Oh God.
Shit is creepy. It's fucking like a Megan guitar.
That's probably that guy's favorite movie. I'm just gonna stop because the jokes are gonna get bad.
It's like, I might be a bastard, but I'm not a fucking bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's getting into El Rey for only, what, 20%? Or wait, no, he 25 at the end.
25 at the last second.
He snaked him. Man, what a scumbag. Carlos. And then, kicks Kate some money. And
that's what I'm saying. He gave her like 50 grand, I think, and then gave him like 3.
I thought he only gave her like 30 grand or something like that. I don't know. But it's one of those things where she's like, oh, you want some company? And he's like, I'm a motherfucker, but what's that? Oh, yeah. What?
I'm a bastard. There was
one, but I'm not a fucking bastard. That's
yeah.
But I'm like, what the fuck's she supposed to do now? Like, she has to go in this RV, get a shower, drive her ass home. Which, how's she getting across the border? I don't fucking know.
Early 90s, it was different. 96. You probably
she has probably no ID on her.
See, there's the movie we never saw. Was like her, like actually just never leaving Mexico, and her becoming like a vampire killer. That could have been cool.
That could have been cool.
The original ending was them two leaving together, and then there was an ending where he goes to a church and just kind of like is by himself, and he's like, what the fuck pretty much what happened. There's another one where they go and they stop at a bathroom or whatever, and he turns around and she's smiling and she has fangs, and he kills her. Then the credits roll. I was like, where's that fucking movie? But they changed it because everybody wanted a happier ending, and I'm like, fuck that. I want to see that one.
The ending they went with makes more sense.
Not in the script. No, I mean, I like the ending they went with, but I mean, I had no problems with that one either.
I mean, you could easily, like I said earlier, it kind of takes from all these different scripts that Tarantino put together. You could easily have Seth and Kate team up at the end and become like a Mickey and Mallory type thing with, the actual Mallory. But I mean,
right.
there's a lot of similarities to stuff from other films. And just that whole time period, everything's kind of blended in together. True Romance, all this stuff that Tarantino worked on, and then you bring Rodriguez into the picture, and you get the influences of like Desperado and everything like that. So it's cool, all these things melding together to create this great vampire flick, and it's just a lot of fun. We always say this all the time, and that's because we pick these films that we think are fun and we enjoy, most of the time.
Oh, it's the epitome of fun. This is
a lot of shit we do. We've seen 1,000 times.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, it's definitely, when it comes to movies of all time, favorite movies of all time. It's definitely high up on the list. It's one of those movies that is fun. Like there's a little drama, just a little, whole bunch of comedy, a lot of action, and man, it's just such a damn good movie. It really is. It's a good movie.
And it leaves you wanting more, and unfortunately the sequel,
the more you got sucked.
yeah. Whatever you got after the fact, it was not appetizing, but it does leave you wanting more. There's so many different things you could have done, especially back then, after 96, you could have done a spin-off series, a prequel with the Gecko brothers, because it's like, you enjoy those characters. And, just like, the brothers,
Grunt?
No, Madsen and Travolta.
Vega?
The Vega brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the same thing with that, where you wanted more from those characters. And you could have easily done, the Gecko brothers, the Vega brothers, so many different things,
Maybe it's supposed to be a thing. What weren't they going to do a Vega Brothers movie?
Vega Brothers was supposed to be a thing.
I guarantee you, like, if all the streaming shit that we have now was available back then, we'd have both of those.
Oh, true. Yeah.
You know, maybe the Gecko brothers had a rich older brother named Gordon, you know, up on Wall Street. They went and found him. No.
The sequels were crap.
Crapola, garbage.
Crap.
Or even, you know, like I said, you know, Kate and Seth teaming up. You know, you could have easily gone in a different direction with that, you know, or just Kate by herself being, you know, the new Buffy the Vampire Slayer in Mexico.
I mean, they could have totally done that, and actually they could have had it to where Seth pops back up at later on, you know, too.
Yep.
They could have done. There's so many different avenues, man.
I hope, like, once Tarantino decides what his final film is, he brings the whole universe, his universe together,
his Dark Tower
somehow, and like everybody,
I don't think he will.
Everybody from every movie that's still around will be in it. That'd be great, but he's not going to do that.
I don't think so. I mean, maybe he won't direct anymore, but maybe he'll write some stuff. You know, we could always get him writing some screenplays. You know, maybe.
Yeah, I think
bringing
Kurt
back some of his
paid him
characters.
like $1,500 for this.
Yeah, not much. You know, he probably would have done it for free. Whenever he's like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna have Salma Hayek pour liquor down her leg into your mouth, and you can suck on her foot and all kinds of shit." Oh, free.
There was originally going to be 3 other guys that might play the role. He just kicks them all out. I got it.
Oh, I can handle this.
Well, apparently, Rodriguez wanted him to play this part because he initially wasn't going to do it at all. Like, he wasn't going to be tied to it except for the screenplay.
Because most of the time he's doing like just these small cameos. You know, this was, I think this might be one of his biggest roles.
Because Rodriguez said once they met, he actually wrote him into Desperado in that one little scene.
Yeah,
I could, you know, when it comes to Quentin Tarantino hanging it up and stuff, I don't see him stopping writing.
No, he's not going to stop writing. He's going to stop directing.
Yeah, but I can see him. I see him actually writing more books. I actually see him putting out more books, and since he's putting the director, because he wrote that one book about his love of movies and stuff, he's the kind of guy that could write 1,000 books about movies.
It's like that one independent movie or book that came out. What was it? Mike Spike, Slackers and Dykes, or something like that. Like, he's in that.
Yeah,
I think I've heard of that.
It's like him and Rodriguez and Kevin Smith. They were the big '90s pop outs that came out.
I always felt like at some point Tarantino was kind of going to pass the torch to Eli Roth. It felt that way for a while.
It did, yeah.
And then it just, I don't know what happened. I don't even know what their relationship is now. It seems
to go back and have to cut you off, but before I forget,
Thanks,
Fred Williamson was in the original Inglourious Bastards.
That's true.
All right then.
But yeah, I don't know what the relationship is now. I think they still do stuff, or I don't know. But it doesn't seem like they're as close. So I don't know what's going on there. But I felt like for a while he was going to pass the torch to Roth, and I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Roth is kind of he. I've always thought he's kind of like the horror version, like when it comes to like Quentin Tarantino.
Sure.
He has very similar. I mean, even watching shit like Cabin Fever, which I do love that movie, the dialogue in it, how things like play out or whatever, you know, the comedy aspect mixed in with the complete disgust. Yeah. Very similar.
Well, there you have it.
She was thinking the same thing, Mike. Now you have
There you go. Great minds think alike. So who knows? You know, Eli Roth did Thanksgiving. You know, he's still out there. He's still cranking stuff out. So
supposedly remaking Hostel.
Why?
I would love to see Roth. I would love to see Roth have some kind of big blockbuster film that really, you know, almost his Pulp Fiction. You know,
Yeah.
I agree.
He's had good stuff, but I don't feel like he's ever had something that really puts him over the top and makes, you know, gives people a reason to say, "Oh, Eli Roth is a really great director." And
I agree. I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry, it seems to be a thing here tonight, Mike. I'm sorry. We were just cutting you off. Now, Eli Roth is someone that, like, I agree with you on that. He's had some good ones. He's not one of my favorites. but like his movies are okay for the most part. A couple of them I really don't care for at all, but like I think that he is. It would be good to see him do something that would really just kind of send him up here, because he's always been true to what when it comes down, to horror fans. He's always, been, in all the documentaries that have come out in like 10 years, like about horror movies and all that. And he's got a serious love for it. He's one of us,
Yeah.
So I think he definitely deserves to get a little more recognition than he
sure
gets.
Yeah, especially when somebody that has, comes from that same background. It's like, like you said, one of us. You're rooting for him, and you want to see him succeed. And it's
One of us. Sorry, I had to.
But there you go, man. From dusk till dawn, and then of course we get the they're driving off, and it pans back, and we see that it's a temple.
Yeah. Oh, I always love that part too. Yeah. It's like, oh, this is why they're all just gathered up right there.
It's the Aztecian temple.
Yeah.
Such a good movie, man. I know we went a little long tonight, more than we usually do, but I mean,
I knew we would.
108-minute movie, and there's so much more to even talk about in this fucking movie. Yo.
Fast paced.
It's hard to kind of do a quick run through with this, especially once you get to Vamptino. It's just fucking mayhem after that part. But any other final thoughts on this film, gentlemen?
One of the best movies to come out in the time period that it came out, and
it's probably top 3 vampire films for me.
It's just so good. It's so much fun. There's no boring moments.
No,
it's boom, 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 and it's so good. It's so good.
The ending is definitely cool.
Yeah, and it's like we've mentioned. It's that time frame back whenever they were cranking out banger after banger after banger, and it's just another one of those ones. You go back and you watch it, and there's so many familiar faces, and you're like, oh hell yeah, you instantly recognize people, and it feels like home. Going back and watching some of these great flicks, and like I said, the biggest tragedy is that the titty twister isn't out there, or if it is out there, I don't know about it. So if anybody in the audience knows where,
Mom.
It's not over yet,
Mama Nasty. Thank you very much. If anybody knows where the real titty twister is, please let us know, because we'll go down there and we'll film. We'll do a live stream.
Yeah, man, for sure.
When we get kicked off, when titties are popping.
We like titties.
It's true.
Fuck it.
All right, gentlemen. Clip a week.
Fire up that generator.
What do we got this week here, generator? Come on.
All right, you guys, this is for fun, so take it easy and give them a good show.
Listen, after the match, how about we get a Polaroid together, okay?
You're in trouble, man.
He's standing on a wooden
Break him in half like this.
Seems like lately everybody wants to beat me up.
The Hawkster. R.I.P. Hawkster.
Yep. And Burgess Meredith.
Yeah.
The one who wasn't
Can't forget old Burge.
Shit.
What are we waiting for? Take this.
We need to find the titty twister, and we shall have a road trip. I agree.
Hey.
Oh, Mexico. Oh, El Rey.
Yeah.
All right, gents, let's run some ads here and then give Chuck about another minute of thinking to see what his pick is going to be next week for his birthday.
That's right.
It's your birthday, child.
Mm-hmm.
Ho, 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 everybody! Laser Trading Company is on YouTube. Head over now to check out some of the videos from Mike's travels and experiences. Don't forget to subscribe, 8,900 and growing. Thank you all. Laser Trading Company is also available on eBay with various merchandise and collectibles. Hundreds of great holiday gift ideas. That's Laser Trading Company to all, and to all a good night.
You bit off a little more more nasty than you can chew. Now you gotta deal with all the nasty coming down your throat.
We're missing a couple. We need to add on there. I've got 24 Hours of Violence.
You gotta quit writing.
No, I can never stop.
That way it's never
that's horrible advice, Chad.
24 Hours of Violence it's up on Amazon right now.
I don't know if it's on Amazon yet, but it's on Goggles, which anybody that's familiar with splatterpunk or extreme stuff, Godless is the best place to go for a lot of the new up and coming and some of the old school extreme horror stuff that comes out. It's digital, so there's not any physical copies, but it's a good place to go. It'll be on Amazon. I'm being told later this week. So it's a short read. It's a really fucked up read. It takes you to one place, making you think that you know what's going on, and then does a complete turnaround, and you're like, "Oh, this is fucked." And I hope people actually get it. And then the other one that I have out is with Mr. Robert Essig, called "Of Flesh and Metal," the book that we were been working on for the past months and months and months, and it's out on Evil Cookie. It's if you took Halloween 3, Graveyard Shift, threw in some Trauma and a little bit of Bentley Little, so it's something different. It's something different than neither one of us have done before. It's a little more sci-fi horror than usual, but people who are fans of that 80s metallic cyborg kind of weird shit, I think people will dig it. So Of Flesh and Metal on Amazon, Evil Cookie, definitely check that as well.
24
it has
hours,
a killer cover too.
24 Hours of Violence. Is that anything like The Purge?
No.
Okay.
No, it's actually it's a fucking it's I will say this, 24 Hours of Violence is extreme. There really is. I mean, you can find morals in it, I guess, when you read it, but overall it's just a really angry story that I got. I watched a bunch of body cam footage stuff, and I watched some interviews with some people, and it was actually the influence of writing this. So it's a brutal read. So, beware. But yeah, it's a short one though. It's a quick one. It's only like 119 pages or some shit. So it's another short one, like Rocking Chair. So,
oh yeah,
buy it, read it, review it. Thank you.
All right, like I said, next week is Chuck's pick for his birthday. Then the week after that will be Mike's pick for his birthday, even though Mike's birthday was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
a week and a half ago.
Thanks for skipping me.
Not a problem. We did it last year too.
That's what happens. Whenever you have a birthday right around Christmas time, you get the fucking shaft.
You get him. So Chuck,
yeah,
you've had 3 weeks to think about it.
Yeah, it takes me forever.
What did you decide to come up with?
Well, I had a couple that I've been back and forth with, and I think I'm gonna completely. This one's gonna throw you off because this is not what anybody is expecting from me.
Curveball.
Sports movie?
I
Jawbreaker.
I wanted something. I actually did think about that, but I do like that movie.
Ginger Snaps.
No, shut up! You're throwing me off.
Spice World.
Something action packed, something that really makes you think, and it's an underdog story. Private Parts.
Oh, thank you. There we go. We've talked about that. That's a good one. That's a good pick.
I figured, thank you. Not until Tuesday on the 13th, but I appreciate it.
That's right.
But yeah, no, Howard Stern Private Parts, one of my favorite comedies of all time. That movie cracks me the fuck up. It was back when Howard Stern was cool. I mean, he's still cool in his own way, but not nearly like he used to be. And it's one of my favorite like biopics because it's just so ridiculous. But it's so fun, and it's also got a great soundtrack and stuff. So if you haven't seen Howard Stern's Private Parts, where the fuck you been? You should definitely go check. Yeah. Uh-oh.
Oopsie.
The only thing that was on my mind, Janine, was pussy. Yeah.
WNBC. Oh, I've got
fucking
it.
Howard
Stern. There you have it.
Howard Stern, let me tell you.
Next week, Private Parts.
There we go.
So please come join us next Tuesday on Chuck's birthday for Private Parts as I bust out my Serwin Vegas, and then we have Dave ride the subwoofer.
WNBC.
See, she likes it. Yes. I mean, I think I made a good choice.
I wrote it kind of sloppy, Gene.
No, we got to save it. We're
Yeah.
All
right.
It's 2 hours long. It's bedtime. It's past.
Next week is
midnight.
Private Parts, and as we celebrate Chuck Nasty's birthday.
2026.
Stop by next week, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, and we will see you next Tuesday.
Microwave.
Be cool.